Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Alonda Carter and I am the Recovering Hunbot. I focus on anti-MLM videos, so if you enjoy anti-MLM content, you might want to consider subscribing. Today is Halloween, so if you notice, I probably have some Halloween themed kind of video playing right now as you're listening to me, and so that's why there's this here. So happy Halloween. I hope you're having a fabulous day. In this video, I am sharing with you Jenn's story. Jenn joined Mary Kay, and like others who have shared their story with me, what Jenn thought was going to be, this great opportunity and what she thought she would get out of it really turned out to be very different in reality. So if that sounds good to you, then grab some coffee, get some tea, grab your lunch, get your breakfast, your dinner, whatever it is you need, and come with me. Okay, I tricked you. Before we start, I want to say thank you again to everyone who has chosen to subscribe. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. And thank you to those who have contacted me and have shared with me things that you have found that are disturbing. And thank you for those of you who have shared your experience in MLM with me. I am deeply touched and honored that you have faith in me and my ability to convey a message so that it will help others. You might have noticed that there was an ad before this video. My channel monetized, and I can't believe it, but wow. I have heard people wait like up to 6 months, even after they're eligible, before their channel actually monetizes. It only took me a couple of days. I mean, literally a couple of days. That just floored me. Anywho, now trust me, being monetized does not mean like, wow, there's all this cash just flowing in. Hardly. However, any bit helps. Anything that will come my way will be used to improve the overall production value of my content over time. Again, thank you so very much to all of you. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm so honored that you choose to spend time with me. And now let's get back to our regularly scheduled program, shall we? Jenn is married, has 4 children, works from home in a part-time job, and has a master's in psychology. Her part-time work, however, though, is not in multi-level marketing. In June of 2016, Jenn joined Mary Kay. She says she spent around $100 on the starter kit. Jenn says she received a bunch of useless shades of foundation, some lip gloss samples, mascara, makeup remover, some skincare products, and supplies to host parties. The party supplies included makeup trays, mirrors, applicators, lookbooks, a team building brochure, hostess brochure, inventory brochure, and a Mary Kay biography. Jenn stayed with Mary Kay for 4 months. Jenn never had anyone sign up under her to build her team. One time, she was close, but to her, it felt wrong. She did not like how it felt to be recruiting anyone. There were a few other people who asked about signing up, but Jenn just decided she didn't want to do that. In retrospect, although she had really good sales when she had a Mary Kay party and thought she was making money, Jenn now realizes that this wasn't true. She actually operated in the negative. Jenn describes her Mary Kay launch party as big, according to Mary Kay standards. There were approximately 13 attendees. If Jenn remembers correctly, the average for Mary Kay launch parties is around 2 or 3 people. For her launch party, Jenn says she probably spent around $500 on extra supplies. She got more makeup, different skincare options, more mirrors, more makeup trays, etc. The list goes on and on, she says. Jenn says the person who was her team leader, which in Mary Kay terminology, that is a rank, and it means that this person had 5 to 7 active people underneath her. This person, who was the team leader, provided Jenn with a lot of support prior to her launch party. However, Jenn does describe the woman as being completely brainwashed. The team lead and someone that was at the rank of area director attended Jenn's launch party. Other training Jenn received occurred on the Monday night meeting/training events that she paid to attend. Jenn wanted to keep the Mary Kay aspect of her life separate from the life she already shared on social media. She did create a few Facebook posts under her personal profile, but she really felt very embarrassed doing so. At the time, Jenn ran a blog, and so she made a few posts there also. Also, Jenn created an Instagram account that was used exclusively for her Mary Kay life. The entire time Jenn was associated with Mary Kay, her gut told her it was just wrong. What was the nail in the proverbial MLM casket for her was when she found the Pink Truth. And the Pink Truth is a website that welcomes those who have left Mary Kay and other MLMs. But it was the information about Mary Kay that Jenn found the most distressing. The Pink Truth has a ton of stuff related to the truth about the Mary Kay opportunity. When Jenn was breastfeeding, she met a fellow mom in a support group who was a Mary Kay consultant. Like other MLM distributors, the Mary Kay consultant made it seem as if traditional employment is the real scam because you have to work for so many years before you can retire. However, becoming part of the Mary Kay opportunity, you can change that because through it, you will be able to have the financial freedom you seek if you are willing to work hard for a short time. Sounds like a grand plan, right? Work hard and gain financial rewards, residual income, and freedom from the grind. Typically, when people join an MLM opportunity, their level of satisfaction with life is low. That was the case for Jenn. She says she had postpartum depression, she was sad, felt overwhelmed, and was tired as a stay-at-home mom. No wonder Mary Kay looked so appealing to her from the outside. Jenn had bought some Mary Kay skincare, and shortly after her purchase, the woman who sold it to her called her. She informed Jenn that she was in this challenge with her team. All Jenn needed to do was just talk to someone who had a particular rank. And Jenn agreed to do so. She spoke to the sales director, and she was told there would be absolutely zero pressure to join. And just for helping out, Jenn would get a free lip gloss. When Jenn spoke to this person who was the sales director, this woman really worked on Jenn and told her being part of Mary Kay would be something that would be just for her. So Jenn could be part of something that was outside of being a mom. Jenn would have something that was hers outside of the home and something to make her feel like a human again. Jenn says she learned this is the way Mary Kay consultants typically approach people that they want to recruit. At the time Jenn joined Mary Kay, her friends were involved in other MLMs such as Nurium and Roden & Fields. Although Jenn said no to the opportunity initially, that did not mean the pressure to join Mary Kay stopped. Jenn thought that since so many other of the people that she knew on Facebook who posted about all these various different opportunities, she just thought, well, they have to be making money. After all, they were intelligent women, and so was she. And so, she just kind of thought, why not? Let's just go ahead and join. Let's join Mary Kay and just see. She justified joining by thinking that if they could do it, then she could too. The night she joined, Jenn felt something in the pit of her stomach. She told her husband that what she felt, she wasn't sure if it was the excitement about being something larger than herself and involved in that, or if it was really her gut just screaming that joining Mary Kay was wrong. The thing that is different about Mary Kay than other MLMs, says Jenn, is that consultants are pushed to buy inventory for thousands of dollars. Jenn says the people at the top are the ones making money off the people like her who will drop $3,000 on inventory as soon as they sign up because they are desperate for success and validation. Jenn thought that she had joined a legitimate business because she had real products. She did not think of it as a pyramid scheme because there were products, and the business in her mind couldn't be fraudulent because of the type of people who endorsed the different products, such as celebrities and politicians. When Jenn joined, she wanted to make money for her family and have something to do other than just being a mom at home. She wanted to get out of the house and feel human. Being a stay-at-home mom for many years had worn on her. She wanted something more. She saw one of those consultants that drove the infamous pink Cadillac and was told that earning it was easy to do. That struck a chord with Jenn. She could envision herself driving around in a pink Cadillac. To her, the pink Cadillac represented success and achievement, something Jenn did not have as a stay-at-home mom. And she could get it. All Jenn needed to do was to follow the plan laid out by Mary Kay. It was that easy. Just do what others had done and duplicate their success. Fortunately for Jenn, she never lost contact with anyone close to her. She always felt wrong about this whole idea of recruiting and the whole thing with cold messaging and using all the scripts that were provided. It felt off. Something didn't sit right with her. Also, she really did not want to hound her network of friends and family. Jenn says, in a sense, she was lucky because she had so many friends who ordered makeup or who agreed to host parties for her because they loved her and they wanted to support her. Not once did she try to recruit. People came to her to order. When Jenn joined Mary Kay, she was a depressed mom of 3. She did not feel good about herself. She so badly wanted to do some sort of work that allowed her to still be there for her kids. And this is exactly why Mary Kay was so very appealing to her. It played right into what Jenn was looking for. In her time with Mary Kay, Jenn got into debt because she kept buying the products. According to Jenn, her total debt was about $5,000. Jenn says she takes full responsibility for not following her gut. Her gut knew, but she didn't listen. Jenn says Mary Kay is just as bad as Beachbody, just in a different way. I really wish that I could say this is just a one-off, but it's not. Jenn's story reflects the same sentiments of all the people who have come forward to share their story with me. It also echoes the sentiments shared in the different anti-MLM groups on Facebook, as well as former consultants who post on Reddit. I really wish that the multi-level marketing business model worked. If it did, there would not be a need for me to make these videos, But since it doesn't, and I know that most people will remain silent because they're afraid and ashamed to come forward, I will be one of the voices. I think what is really starting to grind my gears is how MLM is one of the overall pieces of the puzzle scheme, there's many different just facets to this. Because there's people who are out there that will pose as gurus, and I've been taken in on several of them. I'll admit it straight up. It did happen to me, and I know other people who have done it too. Because there's these gurus who, rope people in, I'll say supposed gurus, into taking a course or courses, and that they offer, quote, a system that is going to help someone who is in an MLM, or maybe it's someone who's not in an MLM. It can sometimes be geared just to people in MLM, or it might be to just to people not in MLM, or a combination. It really depends on who's putting it out there. But all of those different things exist. And they all claim that they want to make you have a successful business online. But what they really offer is smoke and mirrors. What they say worked for them is most likely not going to work for you. If it was really that simple to just follow someone's blueprint, don't you think that the income disclosure statements that we see for all of these MLMs would look a bit different? The staggering percentage of people losing time, money, and relationships because they get roped into believing in the dream, the fairy tale that MLM offers is absolutely enormous. But there's people out there willing to take advantage of others for a price, so they can line their pockets under the guise that they are there helping others succeed. I feel for Jenn and every other person who has been involved with the entire MLM fairy tale. I'm really glad she did not stay in it for too long. And I do think her story illustrates that, you don't need to be in this particular type of business for long to rack up debt. Racking up debt all the while seeking to have a life of freedom, seeking to have financial freedom. Jenn's story is a cautionary tale to listen to your gut. The pictures people paint are the things that we want. But once you take a step and discover, because you're looking, as Jenn did, the reality you see is much different. People involved in perpetuating the scheme will say anything it takes to get you to say yes to what they offer, unfortunately. I do want to think that people are inherently good. I really do. But I know there are people out there that, for whatever reason, have chosen to offer false hope to others so that they can reap financial rewards. If you enjoy anti-MLM content, I hope you'll consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. I really am so grateful for the time that you spend with me. And remember, if we want there to be a change, it's up to us to speak out. It's up to us to get our stories out there, get that word out. If you have an MLM story, I encourage you to share it. You can share it with me. You can use my Google form. Or if you know someone who has a story, then, please encourage them to share it as well. You can use my Google form to, have them fill that out as well. I invite you to file a report with the FTC, the SEC, and your state authorities if you're here in the U.S. For me, it's the Attorney General in my state, which is Texas. For you, it could be something different. You'll have to do that whole Google thing. But most people just want to go into that good night and put the MLM experience behind them. And the MLMs are counting on the fact that you won't take action because you're embarrassed, because you're afraid, all of those things. And I get that. But just imagine for a minute that these government entities started getting one report about each and every single MLM every day, Monday through Friday. I think that would be very powerful, and I think it would send a very clear message that there is something rotten in Denmark. And remember, change starts now.